You're welcome back, guys. Now is the time that we're going to deep dive into the world of social media and find out what is hot, trendy, and spicy on the internet. And today we have a major headline. This is from our own PO. Nigerians react after Peter Obi was spotted on waiter duties at an event. I think we have a picture of that. So, my guys, before I officially welcome you guys, let me just give you the gist. So Peter Obi was spotted at this particular event, serving people. You know, we saw pictures, we saw videos of him going from one table to another, bringing out the apple, the fufu, the swallow, and the soup, and all of that. And a lot of people think, oh, that is humility. It's humbly serving everybody. That's a leader should. And there are other people who think Peter Obi is overdoing it. But before I ask for your opinions, I know I know Ijeoma is itching. So the guys I was talking to, by the way, are the ones that joined us last week, Eliezer Ajah and Ijeoma Luke. Welcome to the show officially.
Giving angels.
Thank you.
Giving angels.
I mean, you guys look dashing.
Giving angels on the show.
You left us out of the whole plan.
I hope we flow
White on white
angelically.
and left us. I hope it's not going to be chaotic, but let's get into it. So the first tweet I'm going to read in reaction to it, and I think this pretty much clears the air before we start fighting. This one now is from Chimamanda. It's not the Chimamanda we know, but that's her name on Twitter. She said what Peter Obi did by serving food at the event wasn't about politics or seeking publicity, because like I said, people are saying this man is beginning to overdo. Yes, you know that. You know, people are saying he's desperate for leadership. You're so desperate. So this person said it wasn't about politics or seeking publicity. He was participating in the Jubilee of Hope, a special day created to reverse roles, where the rich serve the poor. It's more than a kind gesture. It is a powerful reminder of equity, justice, and the kind of humanity we should strive for. And he said this tradition encourages people in positions of privilege to step into humility and service, even if only for a day, and a whole lot of things. I really needed to bring this up because having that story the way it was brought a lot of reactions, but of course that's why we're here. We need to ensure that the whole perspective is on ground. But we'll start by getting people's opinion. Who wants to go first? Do we think, whether or not this was an event, whether or not it was Jubilee of anything, let's start from there. Is Peter Obi doing too much? Let's start from there. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Then I'm itching to hear what you have to say.
Okay, let's go straight into it. This is not the first time we've seen politicians do stuff for the poor, like on TV. We've seen different, even Buhari during those times, right? We've seen almost all of them do the same thing though. But the fact that this is, like, I love what Chimamanda said. She made everything, like, she summarized everything, right? It's an event of hope.
Jubilee of Hope.
Jubilee of Hope,
right? Where the rich serve the poor. That explains it. That pretty much just explains it, because on a normal day, I don't think we've seen Peter Obi do something like that, you know, even though he has done other.
We've actually seen a whole lot, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I haven't.
People came out with lots of examples.
He did that as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, serve people.
That's nice. I mean, I don't think he's doing too much. You know, people would. When I feel like when certain persons are not like doing certain things, they feel like, okay, I'm not doing it. So when they see another person doing it, they now feel attacked and, you know, like, why is he doing it? Is he the only one? You know that kind of mentality, are you the only one? Yeah. So I don't think he's doing too much. I think it's just pretty much being a leader. And being hungry for leadership, in the right sense, is good. It's good, because it's only hunger that will get you to where you want, right? So I don't have a problem with that. I think that's very beautiful. I saw the picture, by the way. I think it's a very beautiful thing to do. I love it. I don't think he's doing too much. Yeah.
Okay. Eliezer, let's hear you.
So I understand the rhetorics around it, because we've been used to politicians.
Yeah.
You know, Buhari opened Milo now. And they were tweeting it, the 20 naira Milo. And that Milo is now 200 naira. You understand? It was in Manjo fried roasted corn.
Oh my God. I mean,
people that went for
there's so many.
Sao Obi Babajide was braiding somebody's hair.
Atiku was serving almajiri food.
Exactly.
So
I understand the background of that, where we come from a culture where it's more theatrics, and this politician as big man, they do this kind of thing.
Okay.
That's why it looks like
Eliezer, I'm sorry to interrupt. Just hold on for a bit. Let's take a very short break. We'll be right back. It's very important. You're welcome back to the show. We're just talking about P2B who was spotted at an event serving other people. So Eliezer was saying something. Please continue.
It must have been a very rich sponsor to interrupt me halfway, but okay. But yeah, so I was saying that, they do all this corn roasting thing. Yeah, that's why, for P2B to do something like that, I know P2B has always been perceived as someone that does not have heirs.
Yeah.
Like the politician that has the most selfies with people is P2B. Anytime I meet P2B, he's always, even no matter how stressed he is. So because of that, people now think, oh, he's doing so much. But so I think that's the question now should now be, what is his media team doing around shaping narratives better so that he can get ahead of these things? Because if they had posted something officially, Jubilee of Hope, this, that, it would have stopped it. But the other angle is that everybody's not talking about P2B now. So that could also be an angle where they will now come later and now say, oh yeah, this is the truth. And now we're talking about it on social media trends. Because if they had come ahead of it, we would not have been discussing this now. His name will not be there on everybody's lips. So I feel that there's the stuff about where there's like proper media guidance and getting ahead of these narratives. But there's also the part of it's on everybody's mouth. You understand? Everybody say P2B this, P2B.
I mean,
Getting
that
that
opposition.
attention.
He has a lot of oppositions too. So before you even think of going to his page, blogs not already.
Exactly.
So we see that
they will carry stuff. So I feel the important thing is that he shouldn't just do it from a place of Buhari, Milo, Sakata. The fact that there's that narrative of Jubilee of Hope is for me the important thing of it all, whether they control the narrative or not. But he's not doing so much.
Okay, he's not doing too much. He's not doing too much. Ogochukwu, please.
He's not doing too much.
Off camera.
So this is my genuine opinion. We all know P2B, just like you said, as man, we always see him as man who do not have any hair. So it's okay. And we know that this is who he is. I think in the midst of being, a public figure or somebody known, he wants to just live his genuine, simple life.
But because
I see that. But because you are no longer a simple person, you are now a public figure. You understand? All eyes are on you, and these narratives will always be there. So you have to control it to an extent, because people will see you like you to do. And coming from, not just because of this particular thing, coming from before now, it seems like whenever Tinubu does something or somebody does something, he's always like writing something, to attack that particular thing. And these things, it's more like it's lingering. So people are like, it's okay, take it easy. There was a time I've forgotten the person that tweeted that he has taken it upon himself to attack Tinubu on everything.
You know the issue with this thing.
So these things are just raising dust, and I feel like you should control it at that within this period of time so that it does not dent his image as well. Because people start seeing him as studio and feel like he's hungry. I saw somebody tweet and said that he's hungry, that his desperation is too much. They should just give him 6 months to be on the seat. Let's see what he wants to do. Let's see that change he wants to bring. That Tinubu should take a sick leave and travel. Give him 6 months to take. All this narrative can even change the mind of people supporting you. You understand? So for me, I feel like he should control it in as much as he wants to live his personal, simple life.
Yeah, I really love what Eliezer said.
Yeah, I like what Ogo said.
First off,
You don't like what I said? You don't like what I said?
You know why?
I was going to relate
You know why?
you said to Ogo.
So did you like what I said too?
Start with you like what you said.
We don't have time.
I just did she like just say yes or no thing.
White does not mean we didn't plan this, so please cut the narrative.
Okay, so what I was trying to say is, I really love what Eliezer said. Ogochukwu has said something around controlling the narrative. But I think Eliezer made it a point to give how. Because P2B now cannot decide not to be himself anymore. Let me just, because I'm in public eye now, let me not do good so that they will not say I'm not doing. So he just brought a very fine way to, get ahead of it. So that before, unless it's only an insensitive person, it's only somebody that does not have sense now that will just go about spreading when he has already said this is what he's doing. So if you notice, the moment this narrative came out, now everybody just and people were not so bold enough to come and
I know the funny thing, we also saw videos of other politicians.
It has been a normal thing.
But just what I want to add is that getting ahead of it does not even necessarily mean P2B going to go and tweet about it from his page. There's media campaign. You can pay bloggers to actually carry this thing ahead of them.
He's not ready to give anybody's money for things like that.
He sees himself as still a very normal person in the
He doesn't want to get out of that normal
being the normal person.
Like doing all these.
But you are not normal anymore now. In as much as you want to be normal, if you want to be normal, stay in Onitsha.
You said something about Tinubu. Oh, you don't say something about Tinubu.
Yes.
Always attacking Tinubu and all
Yes,
that.
somebody tweeted about it.
I'm not a politician. I don't want to go into politics though. But you know when you take something away from someone that belongs to them, we all know he won the election.
Yeah, we know about that.
Taking it away from him is
Beyond that, there's something I would like to add. Like I was saying before we even started this segment, there's something oppositions are known for. That's why they are oppositions.
They should oppose.
They should talk about everything. You know why? And it's very funny because if something happens and he does not talk about it, you will still see people that will come out and drag you. So this thing happened in this thing, you didn't talk about it. That's what oppositions are. Atiku too talks. It's just that this guy happens to be more popular. Do you understand? Atiku talks. Bruno Omokri. I can't even say there are plenty.
Even the MPs of his vice, like
there are so many of them.
Kashim talks too.
A lot of them talk about it.
And I think that is what opposition should do.
Always
check it.
Check it.
There are governments like the UK that have shadow governments, like a full cabinet that is mirroring the main cabinet. You understand? Like there's Minister of Power, there's Shadow Minister of Power.
Oh my God.
And they go to their House of Commons and they're fighting each other.
That was before.
It's checks and balances. The same way governments should checkmate each other, different arms. That's how I believe that opposition should checkmate the government.
All right, let's just take a look at the
being
comments.
tagged to do. I don't like
too,
it.
I don't like
Yes,
it.
emotional
Narrative that people have about you. At some point, you really can't control it.
Just do the right thing at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, who really cares?
So let's take a look at some of the comments and see how many people are on our side and those who are not. So the first here says, this is from Big Bolahan. It says, before you say it's a format, people witnessed him do this in Ojuku's burial in 2012 and also in Chinua Achebe's burial in 2013. The next comment from the Food Networking says, Jesus washed the feet of his disciples.
Okay.
But really, what does Nigeria? That's what Nigerians want now. So why are they riled up?
We are not used to these things. But it's always the format for us.
The next comment here from Emanuela says, anything he does is right in my eyes. PT 2027. Okay, he has fans. The next one here says, this man and eye service. The next comment from Gozirimunwa says, Tinubu no do past this one. I beg me, the best strategy win. PO 2027. The next comment here from Mars Official says, Baba is just being himself. When they snap and put him for blogs, like saying Senduna Nawa. Then the next one here.
Send Oga. I say Oga.
This is from One Saint Claire. He says, the people want you, that's okay. But don't overdo things to make you look like a desperate person who just wants to win by any means possible, especially playing with emotions. Genuinely, what on earth could people, could have made you stand up, take food to share to people or serve people, blah, 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 yeah. And there's security in clear view. What's wrong with you people? The next from Power to Tribe says, you guys are so used to less. A normal act or gesture of service becomes desperation in your eyes. And I just think this wraps it up so beautifully. Any final words?
We're used to less.
That's just, she has said the final words for us.
Okay, so I guess we'll just move on to our next story.
Yes.
It's an interesting one. Oh, thank God we beat the time.
So far, so
guys, congratulations to us. We're doing amazing.
This white.
This white.
I mean,
we don't want to stay. Please give me my one. Then divide chop up. This white. I don't want to stay.
Wear white next week.
So I guess we're all going to wear white next week.
But
So it's going to be
this is the only white I have. So
You can wash it if you drive.
I'll wash it quickly. Don't worry. I got it.
Okay, so moving on. I hope it doesn't get chaotic. This is from Kim Winifred. It's a tweet from an ex-user. He says, forcing your child to eat what you have and not what they like is the highest form of child abuse.
Okay.
Don't do it.
No problem.
The next,
Okay.
I guess, should I
Read more.
Or should I
Read comments. Let's go. So we end the show.
So the first is from Zama Konke. He says, I would have loved to hear you first, but let's just read it. This is so true. That is why you have to be financially, physically, and emotionally fit to have a child. The next one here says,
I love that point.
Baba Voss says, you don't have to force your child to eat. He will eat when he's hungry.
My guy, this one is my guy, please.
The next says, there's a difference between abuse and teaching discipline. Not every boundary is harmful.
Okay, can we like go into the discussion?
The next is,
Leave this common.
two more. Let's do two more. This is how it starts. You let your kids have their way at all times. Then you end up raising nonsense for the society to deal with. Child abuse, paedanu. Then the final comment I'll take before we deep dive is this. It's from Wire the Great. It says, it's different if that's just what you have and you're managing. But if you can afford to feed your child something else and is keen on feeding them what they don't like just because you feel they should, then that's wrong. People have different tastes.
Okay.
Who is opening the floor on this?
Ajah has something to say.
You have a lot to say.
It's been just here.
Let's hear you, Ijeoma. We don't have time. 2 minutes.
But yeah, I think the angle the first person is coming from, like the person that tweeted the
original poster.
The original poster, right? She has a point, right? And also, you're not supposed to like, the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child, right? So when you like overdo it, so much of everything is not good though. But I've seen families that like force their kids, okay, we're eating apple in the morning, afternoon and night, that is what you must eat. That is really child abuse in the right sense. That's really what it is. Children should have the opportunity to pick whatever they want. You as a parent, it's in your power to like control the things that they take. Oh, this is not good for you. Oh, baby, you can't take this right now because you had this yesterday. Just make them understand, right? I know kids are a lot though, but the constant conversations and all that with them will help them understand certain things. But forcing a child, okay, let me just give you guys just 1 minute, right? I recently did a volunteer work for United Nations last weekend, right? I saw families, like, I was going to different houses to make sure that they vaccinated the right kids, the right age range and all that. I saw a father with, inside one kiosk, one small house like that, inside the logo here. The man was trying to force his 8 children to eat rice of 2 weeks ago. And one of them ran out and was like, Daddy, I told me here, let it go. You know, the boy was crying, the little one. He was like, Beba, if you really want to get rich, that kind of thing. That was really painful.
To watch.
This is you forcing your child. So I think that is a proper child abuse. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I was, first of all, I was like this. I get the point. Like, child abuse is in 2 weeks' rice. Yeah, you understand? So I get that, but if the angle of that one, the original tweet is that if your child says they want to eat Skittles for breakfast and eat what's it called, Mars bars for lunch, and then candy for dinner, and you tell them it is child abuse, then God forbid, you understand? But if it is from the perspective of, okay, don't just give them, you know, if it's balanced diet, because at the end of the day, children don't know anything.
They don't know anything.
You understand?
They don't know
Children don't know anything. You get? And because they don't know anything, it's us to do it. So, but yeah, that's the only angle I'll come from.
Okay. Unfortunately, we can't drag this conversation the way I would have loved. I also have an opinion, but I'm going to swallow it.
Please just say it.
Just
Let's go.
Time is up. I'm sorry.
Okay, you tell us after.
Time is very, very up. Yeah, we'll probably just gist about it, or we'll, leave it for next week and just touch it. Okay. That's why we need to start earlier. But of course, thank you so much. Thank you, Eliezer Ajah. Always fun having you. Thank you so much, Ijeoma Luke. You look so dashing in white.
Thank you.
So next week, I hope that you tell us so that we can be on theme.
Yeah, we didn't even tell each other about.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I don't even have his number to start with.
All right.
We'll do that later.
You people can talk about this later. Thank you to you, viewer. Thank you for sticking with us for 2 hours and I think 25 minutes. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure hosting you. Join us next week. Join us every Saturday. We'll bring you all that is going on from around the southeastern part of Nigeria on AFIA TV, DSTV 254, Go TV 17, and Free TV 748. My name is Divine Onoha.
And my name is Ogochukwu Osai.
And my name is Luke Ijeoma. I think we're forgetting something.
That's my name is Eliezer Ajah.
No. Yes.
And my name is Eliezer Ajah.
His name is Eliezer.
And my name is Eliezer Ajah.
Thank you so much for being part of the show today.
Thank you. Have fun. Bye.